With more than 70 million record sales worldwide, UB40 from Birmingham are known for the distinctive pop reggae sound. To celebrate 40 years since it all started, I'm with founding member Ali Campbell and Astro as they take me on a guided tour of some of the band's old haunts.
This is the last part of Birmingham that was sort of Victorian.
Our first stop is in the heart of the city, where it was a touch of bad luck that gave birth to the band.
This is the Hotel Divan. It was formerly known as the Birmingham Eye Hospital. And when I was 17 years old, I was hit in the face with a beer glass. I had 90 stitches in the side of my face, 8 in my eye. And what happened was my older brother, David, unbeknownst to me, he put in a claim for criminal injuries compensation. Suddenly, through the door came $4.5 grand. And with that money, I bought the first equipment for the band.
At the time, many of the band were unemployed, which determined the group's name.
Well, see this dole office right here?
Right, what is now the post office?
It's where you used to sign on. Yeah. And I was late all the time, so they made me sign on every morning.
And it was the form that you had to sign,
yeah.
The unemployment benefit form 40,
yeah.
That you got the name for the group.
And, of course, it gave us 3 million instant card-carrying fans, you know.
And growing up in South Birmingham around Balsall Heath, the band was influenced by one type of music, reggae.
There's such a high West Indian population there that it's just like that was where you'd hear reggae music. So you get infected by reggae music, you know what I mean?
Right. Do you remember the first thing you heard?
Yeah, it was a record called Reggae in Your Jeggy.
Do you remember who it was by?
Pluto.
Pluto Shervington?
Yeah.
I think that. That's the Aussie from up the hill. Decide fi check on them grocery bill. When he mad up the things he need.
Their first album, Signing Off, became a huge hit. It was recorded in a makeshift studio in a tatty bedsit. 40 years on, and the house now refurbished is still here.
Here we are, the home of the hits.
Have you been back since?
No.
There you go.
There you go.
Wow.
We recorded in this area. We had Norman, the percussionist, out there in the garden, yeah, because there wasn't enough room. It's amazing to be here after 40 years nearly.
Go on, do a bit of vocals while you're here, then.
King, where are your people now? Chained and pacified.
UB40 and I crossed paths on a number of occasions, including this one, when I was presenting the Old Grey Whistle Test in 1984.
I'm joined now by Ali Campbell and Brian Travers of UB40.
Are you sporting the mullet there?
It's one of my more regrettable mid-80s haircuts, Astro. It became obvious to me that you and Brian had had what we might call a very good lunch.
Let's have a look at your video.
Your new video
for your new single. This is Riddle.
But Brian and Ali are no more, as back in 2008, Ali left the band, claiming management problems. He was followed by keyboard player Mickey Virtue and eventually Astro. The three of them then got together, incorporating the UB40 name.
Let's try and understand the confusion. There are 2 UB40s now operating, aren't there?
Yeah.
We go under UB40 featuring Ali, Astro and Mickey, and we never go anywhere without telling people who it is they're going to see. And the other UB40 is the other UB40.
Both bands are still recording and touring, and one song that's bound to be played at their concerts is their global hit, a cover version of Neil Diamond's Red Red Wine. The pub, the Eagle and Tun, was used in the video and for an album cover, for one very good reason.
It's just located just around the corner from our studio.
Your old studio.
So as soon as we had 5 minutes spare in the studio, you'd run round and just lubricate the tonsils.
Don't you think it's a bit ironic? You made your breakthrough singing very militant reggae songs, but your massive commercial success came with when you started to cover mainstream hits.
People wrongly thought that we'd become a covers band, but you've got to remember we made 21 self-penned albums.
It just vindicated what we'd always said to ourselves in the past, that if the public get to hear these songs, they're going to fall in love with them just as we did.
And can we look to the future, then? After 40 years, what's next?
We're doing what we've always done, and that is to promote reggae around the world. And we're lucky that we've got a worldwide fan base, you know.
I got you, babe.
Oh, I love that.